Thank you, sir. We are recording.
Can you get rid of that?
Yes, I can.
That box is right in the middle of the screen.
Now, am I gonna have to watch like in a half an hour, go,
Thank you.
so it won't shut off on me?
Because I'm signed in on it.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
I already go ahead.
Marcus is the only one signed in on it right now.
awesome, thank you.
Right. We will call the Grant County Drainage Board to order July the 9th, noting all 5 members present. And first item on our agenda would be review and approval of minutes. You got some of those down there, Kenny?
Yeah, I got June 11th, start with.
Those are the ones you guys tabled.
Right here. I'll make a motion.
Who was absent?
Shows everybody was there.
I think Gordon and
I'll
Pat.
second it.
June 11th, Kenny has moved to approve and Richard has seconded. Any review, comments, editorial change? Hearing none, all those in favor of the June 11th minutes as presented would say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is carried unanimously.
Next was June 25th.
June 25th, there were just a few of us here on that one, weren't there?
I move we approve the 25th minutes.
Richard wasn't here.
I wasn't here? I wasn't here on 25th.
Pat wasn't here.
I was here.
Yeah, it was Richard and you and I.
Yeah.
And Richard already said he'd moved to approve them. So you want to second that?
Yeah, I'll say.
All right. So we have the June 25th in front of us. Any questions, comments, editorial changes?
I was not here.
You and Pat were not here, so
So I think she did a pretty good job with them,
Yeah.
considering she wasn't.
that she wasn't here. All right. Motion to approve the 25th of June as presented. All those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those abstaining?
Aye.
Carried 3 to 2 abstentions. It carries and our minutes are approved. So let's do the first set of claims, which would just be those 3 easy ones. I see, oh, yeah, sorry, 2. Raymond, if you will walk us through those.
We have John's Repair for $15,000. It's a partial draw on the Sweetser improvement, and then Enoch Lee, he's drawn $15,000 in the past, and it was a $64,000 job. So he's still, and he's more than halfway done, so half the money for more than half the work. Bragg Excavating, there's on the Sweetser improvement in Enoch Lee, there's $100,361.33 in the fund. Bragg Excavating, $11,291 on 10-mile tile. There's $12,946.03 in the fund. Those first 2.
Do we have anything else pending on the 10 mile?
I do believe they're done for now.
Okay.
Where's that Sweetser?
Just south and east of Van Buren.
Yeah, okay. Good. I'll make a motion.
We got Kenny making the motion to pay those 2 bills.
I'll second.
Pat seconds that motion. Any discussion? Just question, since we say we're paying half for over half the job done, do we anticipate when the rest of that's going to be finished?
He's in the process of working on it. It shouldn't be all that long. At the end of that job, there is 600 feet that we didn't bid on because we didn't know what time of year and accessibility to it. May have him go ahead and do that while he's there. He was the last one that bid on. The last jobs we had, we sent out 10 invitations. He was the only one that bid on them, and he's been 8 feet in the past, so his price is good, and he's there.
And he's there, get it done.
So,
All right.
and it's in the fund.
All right. Any other questions, discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? You can vote on those
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, that is carried unanimously. Let's do that next solo bill.
We have Bragg Excavating on Big Deer Creek for $3,751. I do believe it was a log jam. There's $29,423.07 in the fund.
Is that all Don Wright's property?
I do believe so.
Okay.
Move we pay this claim.
Motion from Mr. Cox. One of you guys want to second it? Kenny has seconded that motion. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those abstaining?
Aye.
Carried 4 to 1 abstention. All right. So you see here a bunch of ARPA fund money that we have to authorize the release to pay these bills. Mary, you just want to tell us about this one thing that you've given us, and then we can talk about the right-of-way bills that we need to pay.
It's just a breakdown of where the money is going, and it shows you that out of the $200,000, how much we've used, how much we have left. And it's a list of each ditch and how much we spent on it. This doesn't include, because you guys approved for next year as well, but I don't have those invoices. This is this year's.
Yeah, and the other thing we have to do for next year is, even though we'll be having invoices, we just need to have a written agreement from them that they will do those.
I have an email from them that says it.
Okay.
Is that sufficient?
Print it out and get it to us, and we'll make sure that's approved by our attorney that is watching this
Copy
harvest.
in here too, my
Okay.
other file.
Yeah. All right, so we've got these payments that are going out. We have 3 whole sections. Again, one everyone can vote on, one that Gordon abstains from, and one that Kenny abstains from. So do you want Raymond to read each and every one? I mean, we've got the payments here. We've got them on 2 different documents, so.
You can read them here.
So if it's all right, I would just take that first batch, starts with Luger Creek and goes down to Doyle Ferguson. I would entertain a motion to pay those as presented.
Thank you.
But you said you weren't in a reading mood today. So.
Make that motion.
Listening to you read that, all right, is painful for all of us.
Gordon made that motion to pay the invoices from Luger Creek to Doyle Ferguson.
I'll second.
And Patrick seconded that motion. Any questions there? Hearing none, all those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. We've got the next section, right-of-way management on Big Deer Creek down to Little Creek. We have that batch of 1, 2, 3,
What's
4,
there 2
5.
for Big Deer Creek?
One is in Gordon's area, the other one was up at Round Don's. Wasn't it?
Not doing the whole ditch, just
No.
spotting on that?
Yes. There's still areas that have trees on both sides.
Move we pay this batch of claims.
Richard Cox has made the motion for these next 5.
Also,
Kenny has seconded that for us. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those abstaining?
Aye.
Carried 4 to 1 abstention. And then we have 4 more to be paid from the Harper Legal down to the Leisure Drain. Those 4, that include Harper, Taylor, Pipe Creek, and Leisure.
I'll make that motion, we pay.
Patrick has made the motion to pay.
Second it.
Richard has made a motion to second. Any further discussion on that batch?
One comment.
Yes, sir.
Last year, they didn't pay, or they didn't spray up around the sewer plant. They sprayed that this year and didn't charge us for the distance. And then they also went up and did gyms up on Taylor Creek, and there was no bill for that.
Because they missed him last year as well.
But I just wanted to make sure it was mentioned.
Good, thank you.
Some of those were free, because they missed them last year.
The gym's part up was free, and then like 5,000 feet of the Taylor Creek it's like 13,000, they sprayed 18,000. So they didn't charge us for 5,000.
Was it free or we paid for it last year?
Paid for it last year, I think.
Paid for it last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't
this
free.
year.
Free this time.
It was just late.
There's more to aim at this year.
Late's better terminology.
Yeah.
Did we vote on this last one yet?
No.
Okay, we've got, Patrick made the motion, Richard seconded. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and those abstaining? Carried 4-1 abstention, thank you. We have paid quite a few bills. And the neat part is, we still have $140,000 of ARPA funds that we can generate into next year or into a special project yet this year if we see something else we need to do, so.
In what manner does it need approached? I mean, do you have to have a set project?
Oh, again, what we have to do is, we have to determine what we're gonna do with this $140. $140,000, I'm sorry.
Part of it goes to right away for next year.
Some of it, we need to figure out how much is that we're gonna pay to right away, and then whatever our balance is, we can use. But again, we have to agree on it. Jim has to recommend the expenditure to the commissioners. We approve it, and then you spend it.
Okay.
Okay? And we still have to lock that in this year, even if the work is gonna be done in 25 or 26. We can lock that in by a MOU or by a contract.
If Jim does present a spray program for 60,000 and it goes up to 62,000, is that gonna be an issue, or you pay the other 2,000 out of the ditch?
If we don't have it specifically accounted for, any overage would have to come out of.
But you could go ahead and earmark it for that.
Yeah.
And fall short of the, or,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah.
As long as it's earmarked.
All right, we have paid our bills. No update on Little Crane Pond. We do have the updated verbiage, I think, or it's being worked on. Is that correct, Mary?
Yes.
Yes. So,
Being worked on, or we have it?
We have it, we're just waiting on Pat.
oh. Did you get a copy? Okay, that's,
Okay.
Did you send me a copy?
I thought Kyle would have. Guess that's what I get for thinking, huh? I don't know if I have it.
lawyer's not gonna do anything unless we tell him to, so. Let's make sure Pat gets a copy of that.
I will.
All right.
You present it to the utility board?
Did I?
No, then do you present it to the
It did
utility
have to go to
board?
the board.
Either he will or their
You will.
attorney will.
Yeah.
And we may get this off the docket in the
Well,
next 3 months.
I've got 6 months
I'm
left.
retiring in 2 years, so sometime between now and then.
And I've got 6 months, so let's get it done.
We've been on, how many years we've been on this thing?
A long time.
Long time. Last but not least, Simon's Drain. We have a maintenance request. Do you have information, document you want to share with us, or?
This is a document that Joe Seward presented to the landowners to install. The last line of that is 600 and some feet of 30-inch tile to get south of Wheeling Pike. Simon's Ditch is mostly north of 26, just east of 69. They've been pursuing getting money built up to do something. Now they have the money to do something. They finally have Joe committed to getting across Wheeling this year because the highway department is going to work on Wheeling next year and want to get it in before they work on Wheeling. So that is a price from Joe to get it south of Wheeling for $50,000.
You know what's in the fund?
There is $115,547.75. It's currently pulling in anywhere from $400 to $500 a month in interest, which is nice, I thought.
Did we raise the
went-
assessment on this?
Yes, it went
It
up.
seemed like we
We
did.
did, but it
Shut
kicked
off.
off at 100,000.
It cut off because weren't spending any money. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we get it back on.
They raised it to 25 an acre, 50 a home site, $25 minimum, pulling in just under 26,000 a year, but it shut off because they reached a 4-year permit.
Is this gonna fix it?
It's a
This is the first leg.
This is the first leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
that'll get it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess what we would also like as far as, besides this proposal, Joe, is, since he's there, let's go ahead and run as much tile as, we can while we're there, because, as we all know, with inflation, tile's just gonna keep going up. So.
Well, if you spend it, well, then it'll kick back on.
Right.
And you don't care if he runs through the crops?
No, do
Wow.
They've been losing crops over there for too many years.
it. Yeah,
What's this 3 inches of rain gonna do to you this weekend?
well, it'll make a big impact.
All right, so we've got this request. We do have money in the fund right now. Thoughts?
Are you in favor too, Brad?
Absolutely.
I tried to reach out to Scott Lassiter this morning, but I couldn't get an answer. There's 3 large property owners in the watershed, Chastain's, Atkins, and then Lassiter. And last I knew from Lassiter, he was fine with whatever they did that needed the drainage.
Well, if we're gonna get across the highway, now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
You need a motion or something, well, I'll make a motion.
Yes, sir, we would need a motion to approve the,
Once we get it across the highway.
Do we wanna make in the motion that we let him continue on until the money's run out, or about run out?
That would prevent them from having to come request it.
Well, it needs to go the south side of State Road 26, but we don't have near enough money to get.
But you wanna go as far as you can?
Yes, might as well spend the money and
Yeah.
get as far as we can. I'd
And
recommend
then it
it
gets
again.
on, you go again.
Right, yeah, let it build back up and keep going.
I would recommend leaving a little bit left in the kitty because the old tile is breaking down once every year, every 2 years, and it's.
How much is his bill?
Costs about $500 or
You say
$600 to repair it each time the old
So
tile
let's
that's
go.
currently there is breaking, so I don't know.
What do you want?
you do so.
You be good if we spend up to 100,000?
$1,500 or something to cover the costs until.
I'd only give him 15,000 if you bumped it to,
Yeah, but that's gonna be.
That's a lot.
Pretty good repair.
yeah.
That's a lot of repair, 15 grand.
You be good with spending 100,000 of it?
Well, let's spend more than that. 'Cause
Yeah, I agree.
110?
Joe never sends a bill in for 3 years. And we generally fix most of the holes anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ourselves.
Make your motion to spend up to 110,000 of it.
That's all right.
That's your motion?
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Motion, Mr. Cates, to approve the repair and the ability to spend up to $110,000
At
on
least 10,000, right?
110.
That'll leave us 5.
That'll leave,
Until they spend it, they're bringing in
Like you said,
$400
you
a
don't put a
month.
bill for 3
5,
years.
yeah.
They're bringing $400 or $500 a month.
Yeah, it'll build up fast.
So we've got a motion with support. Any other discussion?
I don't know.
Hearing none. All those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It is carried.
Tell them to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Yep.
It's your money.
It's your money, that's right.
We'll deal with the woods when we get there. Or in the next stretch, we'll talk about the woods. Yours,
All right.
or whoever that is.
He's not gonna have to go through the woods, he said, he can stay away from them.
Okay, good, good.
That'll save a lot of money with timber removal.
Less expense.
Get with the county highway and make sure they got you on the agenda.
State highway. State highway.
State highway for that part.
I don't know who's,
Well,
That's the county, the Wheeling Pike stuff.
Oh, Wheeling.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
We were talking about 20,
They're not
26.
26. yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have to spend another $100 to get to 26,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Raymond, anything else?
No,
Moriarty and McMahon.
mailed me a couple times.
Alrighty.
There's a ditch south of Amgen, runs along State Road, behind some houses along State Road 5. Mick Roush is pursuing getting an estimate and going to bring it to the next drainage board to present, to start spending maintenance money on it.
And we do have money in the,
We have 25 some thousand. They raised the maintenance, it was put on 4-year, it should have been put on 8 years, so it's been shut off. They've only got 25 rough thousand to work with, so they want to spend it and possibly interest and turn it to an 8-year, which may involve a
public hearing.
public hearing.
Yeah.
But they wanted the money to do the ditch and it shut off before they got very much accumulated, so hindsight approach the next ones more vigorously.
All right, we will,
Money in the account.
we'll wait to hear from Mick then.
You want to up the assessment or just up the years?
He's requesting to spend the money in the maintenance for now. I'm not sure how far he wants to go with the conversation as far as increasing the maintenance or the assessment. Just want to give you a heads up that he was working on getting that done. And it's all from me.
Any other business, folks? All right. Not even with the addition, it's not too bad. Gene's probably smiling on us.
Yeah.
Move adjourn.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Cox, second, Mr. Pinkerton, all in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It is carried, thank you.
You remember that Simon's ditch hearing that Norman came in here and had turned down? I'm glad to see it moving forward now.
So he doesn't own any of that anymore, huh?
I don't know what, I don't know, but they got it through and it needs very badly, so that's good news.
Yep. Eddie, you and I need to compare notes for a minute. Need to see how you're doing. Need to see how you're doing.